Hey, hey, party people! What's going on? Welcome back to Yoga with Paige. Today, I have something new that I want to test out. So this is going to be kind of a little test. So if you practiced with me before, have seen that I always have this extra large yoga mat underneath my regular mat. It gives me more space to move, not on the carpet, and it gives me a little bit more padding underneath my mat. But sometimes either, like right now, my mat is a little in the cleaning process. She needs a little clean, but I still want to practice. Or maybe I just, for some reason, don't want to use my mat. I don't have it handy, whatever. This mat, sometimes I find myself slipping a little bit because I'm a very sweaty person and I know this about myself. So I have a new little thing here that we're going to try today. These cute little grippy yoga socks. So this is called the Tuck It test. Let's see how much I slip and slide around. So I also know that I need to do this as well. I'm not sure how to do this. Let me know if you have any suggestions, like command strip sort of suggestions for kind of getting my mat to stick to the carpet, because sometimes this mat moves, but I just want to make sure that I don't move. So the goal is not to, the mat might kind of crumple a little bit, that's fine. My goal for this practice is to try and see how well these work if I'm finding myself sliding and slipping. So today we are going to be doing a shorter little practice, full of, downward facing dog, some warriors, some lunges, postures that I will be up on my feet. Look how freaking cute these are, though. The little grippy parts at the ends. I think they're adorable. They even tell you left and right if you need some help. So I'm pretty excited. We're going to warm up with some sun salutations first. I do recommend, missed my big toe there. I do recommend grabbing a block, especially if this is, you haven't moved a ton today. I've been very active today, so my body's a little bit warmed up. We will warm ourselves up, but just wanted to throw that out there. So don't force yourself into any of these postures. And remember that it's just about connecting to yourself, showing up for yourself on the mat. It's not about perfecting or getting to a certain point in a pose. Who cares about that? So enough with this long rambling introduction. Grab your mat, your yoga block. If you have any fun little grippy socks, put those on. Join me for this fun little confidence boosting flow. Starting today in a little child pose, just to sink the hips back, come into yourself. A wide child pose, knees together. Take what you need. Start to connect to that intuition as you reach the hips back and the fingertips forward. Taking deep, long breaths. Giving fresh oxygen to your brain with every inhale. And finding a little ease with every exhale. A few more centering breaths. Take the shoulders away from the ears. Release tension in the neck. Nice long spine. And on your next inhale, raise the head. Exhale, press through the hands. Take the knees underneath the hips. Tabletop pose. Nice neutral spine spread. The fingers wide. Gaze between the hands. Inhale. Drop the belly. Lift the gaze. Cow pose. Exhale, round through the back. Pressing through the mat. Gripping with the fingertips. Finding a few rounds of movements and breath, synchronicity here. Starting to feel that flow, that connection. Mind, body. And meeting back in a nice neutral spine. Grip through the fingers, tuck those toes, and hover. Lift the knees, hold here, pull the navel in, connect to the core, press away from the mat. Breathe. 5, 4, you got this. 3, 2, 1, release the knees, untuck the feet, maybe tap them out a second. Beautiful. Inhale, extend the right arm in front and extend the left leg behind. Find your sense of balance. And then crunch everything in, rounding through the spine. Maybe tapping the nose to the knee, 3 of these. Inhale, find length, squeezing through the glutes. Exhale, round, curling into a little ball. And then release this right hand, but extend the left leg back, coming back up onto the balls of the feet, really sending that heel back, pressing as far as you can, opening up through the calf, the ankle. Maybe you can feel this stretch radiate up to the back of the knee, the upper calf. All right. Draw the knee back in and just take a few little circles here. Just kind of work through drawing the knee in big circles, warming up the hip. Letting your foot kind of float behind. And releasing back down. Take a big breath in and exhale. Coming into the other side. Inhale, extend the left arm, right leg. And crunch. Moving at the time of your own breath. Never need to rush to match my pace. Planting that right foot down. Send the heel back. Keeping the heart and the chest lifted. Not locking those elbows. Keep a slight little bend in your elbows, especially if you're a little hypermobile there, like I am. That's how we hurt ourselves, unfortunately. So always keep a little bit of awareness here. Try not to extend and push. Your elbow's not meant to bend that way. Beautiful. Another big breath. And on this exhale, send the heel back a teeny bit more. Then lift it up. Find a few hip circles. Wake up that joint. I heard a big pop. Whoop. These hips be popping. All right. Meeting back in tabletop. Tucking the toes, downward facing dog. Walking the hands out, pedaling through the feet. See, I feel my feet really, really gripping. You can probably hear it, but my hands are the ones that are slipping a little because I'm sweaty. All right. Take a few breaths to arrive here. Maybe come up onto the balls of the feet, lift the heels, pedal out one foot and then the other. Or maybe take some fierce stillness. Maybe stillness is what you need here. Gaze at the hands, carefully bend the knees, and walk up. Feet come close together, keeping a nice bend in the knees. Ragdoll hover. We can take opposite elbows, kind of sway a little bit. Nod your head, yes. Thank you for showing up here today. Nod your head, no. I don't know what we're saying no to, but maybe you're saying no to something. Just let the tension go. Let the blood flow to the head. We can maybe feel the backs of the legs. And slowly release the hands and gently roll up to standing. Nice Tadasana mountain pose. Root down as you lift up. Inhale, arms come up, up, up as your gaze. And exhale, palms meet, draw it into the heart center. Inhale, shoot the hands up. Exhale, flat back dive. Keeping the knees bent if you need to, modify as you need. Inhale, halfway lift, extend through the crown. Exhale, plant the hands, nice high plank, stepping back. And elbows tucked in by the sides, chaturanga. Cobra, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Gaze at the hands. Walk or jump up to the front. And fold. Halfway lift. Fold again. Let's wake up the backs of the legs. 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift. Fold. Last one. Exhale, fold. This time, inhale, root to rise. Reach up, big, full breath in. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, step back, high plank. Chaturanga, nice and controlled. You're strong. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, roll over the toes. Connect to your core as you send the hips up. Downward facing dog. This time, gaze at the hands. Send this right leg behind you. 3-legged dog. Hold here. Bend the knee, stack the hips, flex the foot, open to the side of the room. Beautiful. One more breath. Press away from the mat. Back to 3-legged dog, straighten the hips. Bend the knee, draw it nice and high, in through the chest. And then plant it in between the hands, nice high crescent lunge. Sweep the arms up, inhale, sink that left heel back. Find your positioning. And exhale, hands to heart center. One big full breath in. And then we twist. You can always drop the knee if you need to. Placing the elbow outside of the knee to really give yourself more of an intense twist here. Gazing up at the ceiling. Full body activation. Connection to breath. On your inhale, release back. Frame that right leg. And exhale, come into a nice warrior 2. Draw those shoulder blades together. Ground down through the outer edge of the back foot. Inhale. Reverse your warrior. Exalted warrior. Reach that right arm overhead. Exhale, extended side angle. Left arm comes overhead. We can come onto the knee if we need to, up onto a block, our fingertips. Big long line from fingertips to the back of the foot. Beautiful. One more breath here. And exhale. Frame the right leg. Step it back. Chaturanga. Optional vinyasa. We can send the hips back to downward facing dog. Where we meet there. Beautiful. Pedal out through those feet. Gaze at the hands. Walk or jump up to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Repeating on the other side. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant the hands. High plank pose. Take your version. We can always drop the knees if we need to. Make this practice work for you. Downward facing dog. Now the left leg sweeps up high. Gaze at the hands. Hold here. One breath. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips, flex the foot. Squeezing through the glutes. Engage, push away. Exhale, three-legged dog, square the hips. Bring it high into the chest and plant that left foot. Nice high lunge, raise up when you're ready. Squaring the hips, find your sense of balance. Inhale and exhale. Hands come to heart center. What do you feel here? Big breath in and exhale, twist. Using your elbow to help you open up a little bit more. Enjoy the sound of your breath, of being here, of being alive. You are here and you are whole. On your inhale, sweep back up, nice high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Draw those shoulder blades together. Draw from your source of confidence and true power. Inhale. Reverse your warrior. And exhale, windmill the arms around, your version of extended side angle. Last breath. Make this one big and full. And exhale. Frame that left foot. Step it back. Nice high plank pose. We can drop down to the knees for a moment. Cross the feet at the ankles and send the legs out. Boat pose. I was trying to trick you there. Did I do it? Lifting up, pulling the chest into the legs. Holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crossing the feet at the ankles. Rocking back onto the knees. Tucking the toes behind you. You might be in the middle of the mat by now. That's fine. We're having some fun today here. Coming up high onto the balls of the feet. Try to kind of play with this a little bit and rock back and forth. So we're really kind of waking up the ankles, all of these little stabilizer muscles down here. The toes, we can come up onto the balls of the toes. So find some fun, find some play, find what feels good. Take what you need, a little reset. All right. And then we're going to widen the toes, coming into a little squat, opening up through the inner groins. So our heels do not have to be on the ground here. They can be raised up. Does not matter. What matters is your connection here. So we're sinking the hips down low, lifting the heart up high. We are here. We are proud. We are excited to be here. And we're breathing. Finding a few moments of stillness and of quiet in the middle of the chaos. That is a skill that we can cultivate here and take with us off the mat. Come back to the breath. Beautiful. And coming into a little revolved forward fold, lift the hips, turn the toes to face the hands, the front of the mat. Bending this left knee, plant the fingertips on the ground or on a block, and inhale, peel the right arm up. Maybe taking a bind if we want to bend the arm behind, try to reach around for the opposite thigh. And carefully, lovingly releasing, taking the other side, bending the right leg. Inhale, peel that left arm up, reach it up for the sky, like you're reaching for the stars, because you are. You're here, you're doing the work. One more breath. And exhale, forward fold. So come to the top of the mat if you are not already. Forward fold. Root to rise, hands reach up. Exhale, heart center. A little bit more energy, a little bit more energy. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, high plank, take a vinyasa. Beautiful, downward facing dog. Pick up that right leg, draw it in through the chest, planting the foot. Beautiful, nice high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. This time, instead of coming through extended side angle, coming into triangle. So windmill your way around through warrior two. Send those hips back. And reaching this right hand for the shin, a block, reaching the left arms up. Still finding space here between the hip and the side, reaching the crown of the head to the side of the room, finding as much length as you can. Beautiful. Coming back, frame that right foot. So turning all the toes to face the front of the mat, pyramid pose. Really ground down through the feet. You can carefully raise the hands, maybe take them behind the back. Just a few breaths here. Careful not to lock your knees. And then this is where we are coming into our revolved triangle pose. If you need your block here like I do, set that up for yourself. And on your inhale, peel up and twist. Big full body, intense twist. And exhale, framing the foot. Beautiful, beautiful job. Step up, feet meet. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sink the hips down. Lifting the heart high, shoulders down. You can do this. Hold here for a few breaths. Maybe lift those little toes up. Check in with yourself. Big breath in and exhale. Sink a little bit lower. And this next exhale, rain the fingertips down, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, vinyasa. Downward facing dog. And the left leg sweeps up. Draw it in through the middle. Plant the foot. Nice high lunge. Here we go with the breath. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, come through warrior two and into triangle pose. And this is where we hold each of these for a few extra breaths. Keep grounding down through the feet. Keep shining bright. Take one last big, loving gulp of air. And on your exhale, pyramid pose. Left foot in front, all toes face the front of the mat. Find what serves you. Make your movements thoughtful. And if you need your block for your revolved triangle, grab it now. And inhale, peel the left arm up. Exhale. Frame the left foot. When you're ready, you can move the block as we turn to the long edge of the mat. Wide-legged forward fold. Let your head come down to the middle of the mat, grounding through your feet, through your little toe socks if you have them with me. Allowing this to be a chance to notice your breath, notice your energy. Amazing. This is always a place where we can do a headstand, anything like that. But we, together, are preparing to find a little cool down portion of this practice. So carefully lift your head if it was down by the mat. And make your way onto the mat, however feels good for you to get there. All right, plant the heels. Reach for those beautiful toes round through the back. Give yourself a little bit of space there, really pressing into the feet. Inhale, slowly roll back up, release. Take this right leg behind you, coming into a little deer pose. So just focusing on a slight twist over the left knee and opening up through the front of the psoas. This is great if we sit a lot. These lower body muscles get so tight and compressed. So here's your chance to find what relieves that. And this posture will look different on everyone. So just find what feels good. And carefully taking the back leg, swinging it around, coming into cow face pose. Stacking the knees, wiggling the feet out, sinking down, rooting down. Taking your hands to your feet and lifting up. Like a big string is tied to your sacrum, going all the way up your spine, up through the top of your head. And we stay here with the breath. Gently allowing our muscles to release and unfold as we ourselves relax and unwind. And if this works for you, I want you to give yourself a little hug here. So take this top leg, plant the foot down wherever it feels good, wherever you can reach, and just hug your knee into the chest. Just give yourself a little squeeze. Really squeeze everything in. Big, loving breath. Send your body love for all that it does for you. And then release it and switch sides. Now the left leg is behind. Maybe this is your dominant side. Maybe it is your non-dominant side. I think these socks worked pretty dang well. Amazing. Bring one big inhale, let the belly become round and full. And exhale. Draw the navel in, expel it all out. Let go of any stagnancy. As you reach the left leg around, cow face legs. Ending with some grounding postures here, getting as close to the earth, close to everything, all of its connection, all of its harmony. Finding ease as you breathe out. Taking your last moment. And then wrapping yourself up in a nice hug. Plant that left foot. Squeeze your left knee in. Be proud of yourself for what you've done today. And we can release. And we have a ton of options how we would like to end this practice today. We can come into a full corpse pose, lying on our backs. We can come into a reclined butterfly, child pose. Take a few breaths, maybe try out a few different postures, see which one connects you to yourself, where we can find some breath awareness, some body awareness, some mental awareness. Letting the breath pull you back in to this space of quiet, contemplation. Letting this beautiful practice infiltrate your body, your mind. And as you begin to start wiggling, small movements, blinking the eyes open, coming back into the room, coming back into the here and the now. I thank you so very much for joining me on the mat today and invite you to seal this practice in with a big, big breath and hands at heart center. It is an honor to meet you on the mat, and I look forward to the next practices we share together. I also really enjoyed these socks. Recommend, if you don't have any socks like these for cold winter days, that's really what I got them for, when my feet are so cold that it makes me not want to practice. So I think they did pretty well. I think overall the Tuck It test was a 2 thumbs up.